All right, here we go on a Friday, TGIF. And it's a fine Friday so far, January 27th. Hard to believe that we're almost to February. Looking good across North Texas here this morning. Grant Johnston here with you on a sunny Friday. And some milder weather building in. Hope your day is going well. We're going to talk about this mild weather today and tomorrow. Looks like we'll be back in the 60s, at least briefly. And then we're looking at some low rain chances this weekend. And, of course, the bigger story will be the cold weather and multiple opportunities for rain into next week. So let's talk about what we have out there right now. Upper 40s and low 50s across North Texas here on this Friday, January 27th. Normal high is 58. And it looks like we're going to surpass that here within the next few hours. We should be in the low 60s for the time being. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly out there, but we're moving in the right direction. DFW Airport's already up to 50. McKinney, you're at 50. And down south, Waxahachie, also Burleson, up to 50 degrees. So looking good across the Lone Star State today. Just a few clouds showing up down south. But here in North Texas, we're enjoying the sunshine. There is some action up to the north, colder and, some snowfall. Quite a bit of snow. In fact, this is a clipper system coming out of Canada, and it's generating some snow in the upper Midwest and also in the northern Rockies. And they've got winter weather advisories up there. So really, it's the northern third of the country dealing with winter today. The Northeast, though, is pretty quiet, with the exception of some snow disturbance rolling through the Great Lakes. But the southern half of the country is quiet, and you can see those advisories for wintry weather up north, winter storm warnings in the bright pink across South Dakota, northern Nebraska, and southwest Iowa, and then also up into Wyoming and Montana. The snow is flying. But here at home, we're in the sunshine and 50 degrees in Dallas-Fort Worth. Certainly cold up north, to be expected for late January. 61 will be today's high. Lots of sun. Southwest breeze around 10 to 15 miles per hour. And as mentioned, normal high 58, so it looks like we'll be surpassing that today. Could be into the mid-60s down toward Granbury. Just a touch cooler up north toward the Red River. And then for Saturday, the difference will be more clouds. Looks like we'll see widespread cloud cover, and there's a slight chance of rain for DFW, a little better opportunity farther to the east. And farther west, upper 60s to near 70 degrees. So let's talk about the rain chances. They're low for this weekend. Generally looking at a 20% chance Saturday and 20% chance on Sunday as well for DFW. Monday goes up to 30% and then 60% for Tuesday, and that could be in the form of some sleet to the west of Dallas-Fort Worth. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's look at the computer model here as we head into Saturday. I know a lot of you have weekend plans, and the clouds will start working their way up from the south. And here's Saturday morning, 8, 9 o'clock, and you can see some showers down toward Palestine, also over toward Tyler, perhaps Athens. You might have a few brief showers kind of in and out. I don't think it'll be anything terribly heavy. There may be a rumble of thunder farther to the east. Canton, you guys have the chance of rain. Farther west, it will generally miss you guys, and you have a better opportunity to get more sunshine. All right, so let's go ahead and jump ahead, and we'll talk about the storm system that's coming in here next week. The upper level pattern here shows this system really digging in out to the west. You see it over California, the big dip there. That's a big trough that'll be moving our way. And as we go out in time, we can see the pattern here becomes well established with a southwesterly flow. And basically, that just means these lines here that you see are basically the upper level winds. Generally, the upper level winds flow parallel to those lines. So that's what we call a southwest flow. Real favorable for unsettled weather and multiple waves of rain, especially when the upper low lingers and kind of lags behind and just sits out west. So we get some moisture to increase and come up from the Gulf, and then we see that rain change to a little wintry mix. I think the most favorable type of precipitation on Tuesday would be for sleet as some of that colder air tries to work its way in and tries to wedge itself in the upper levels of the atmosphere. We could see some sleet, maybe a little snow farther west out toward Lubbock and maybe Wichita Falls. So that's going to be for Tuesday morning. For DFW, it looks like rain, but we'll have to watch how close some of that pink area gets. And notice it does kind of retreat a little bit as we head into late Tuesday and Wednesday. And now the latest here on Wednesday looks to be, the latest trend looks to be more like rain for Dallas-Fort Worth, and it kind of shrinks that area of pink and moves it farther west. But we're still going to have to watch it closely. If the cold air comes in strong enough, then that would favor more of a wintry precipitation. But right now it's looking more like a cold rain for Dallas-Fort Worth. But there may be some sleet mixed in. But again, that favors our western counties. So here we are by Thursday, still looking like a possibility for wintry precipitation up to the north and to the northwest, and then the whole thing kind of winds down as we head into Friday. Let's check the computer models here. We're looking primarily at the European model, and certainly you can see the trough out to the west. It digs pretty deep into Baja California. Certainly Arctic air in place up to the north, just kind of pivoting around the polar vortex. So not much has changed here with the way things are looking in the southwest flow that'll be coming our way. So here's Friday. Again, nice day across the southern plains, the snow up north. Here's Saturday, and you can see some of these showers developing, especially to our east. And over into Arkansas, additional showers. The rain will likely pick up and get heavier as it spreads farther southeast on Sunday, especially widespread showers for southeast Texas and moving over into Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. They're in for some pretty good rain out of this, perhaps a few thunderstorms. Not expecting widespread severe weather. And then here's Monday, and the big question mark on Monday will be how far south the cold air surges, and that will be the key really to the upcoming week. A lot of times Arctic air, once it moves in, it just becomes established for several days. And especially when we have this system and this impulse, or I should say series of impulses coming out of the southwest. But once that Arctic air becomes established, then it's kind of hard to overcome. And it kind of lays down the groundwork for everything else. So there's this was yesterday's run of Monday. What's interesting to note, this is the most recent run. So we're looking at yesterday's run right there, and it's a lot more bullish on the wintry precipitation. But today's updated run, notice the difference. It's less. It shows a lot more of the pink coloring up in Oklahoma. Today's run really backs off of that. So it still keeps Dallas-Fort Worth in just kind of a cold rain, but less totals, it looks like. So again, yesterday's run, today's run. Let's look at Tuesday, and we are seeing more a sign of development there for the perhaps a wintry mix and sleet. Looks to be to the northwest of Dallas-Fort Worth, but let's go ahead and compare model runs once again. There's yesterday's run, and again, it looks more bullish. There's today's run. So it still looks like wintry weather, but a little bit less bullish. There's Wednesday, and certainly looks like DFW is dealing with some cold rain and that wintry mix farther to the west. I think this is probably the most dramatic change in the runs. This was yesterday's run showing Wednesday with a lot more wintry precipitation. Today's run doesn't have it quite as pronounced. So that's why we take these models, run to run, and the most up to date. There's still time that it could revert back, but there are some changes run to run. And again, yesterday's looking a little more bullish. Let's zoom in here. This is Tuesday. Looking like some of that wintry mix is hanging to our west in the form of the pink. That would be where there could be some sleet. DFW is right about here. And you see it's going to be a close call. That's the bottom line. So we'll watch it. As surface temperatures get down close to freezing, there could be some problem spots. Wednesday, again, with the new model run, looking a little more like rain with the ice and any wintry precipitation staying a little farther to the west and northwest. And then Thursday, the event certainly kind of wraps up as it stands right now, but we could be dealing with a little wintry mix on Thursday, especially to the west and to the northwest. So by and large, it looks like most of the impacts with this system will be felt in northwest Texas and up into the Panhandle and up into Oklahoma. But here in DFW, we're certainly watching it closely. It just all depends on how far south that Arctic air can invade. And like I said, a lot of times once that Arctic intrusion happens, it's hard to overcome. So it kind of sets the groundwork for the rest of the week. So we'll see where the line is drawn with that Arctic air and the freezing temperatures. It'll be close. But one thing does look for sure, and it looks like we're going to get some pretty good rain out of this. This is the cumulative total between now, which is Friday, and next Wednesday. So this is now through next Wednesday. And we're looking at about an inch to maybe an inch and a quarter. So this is still pretty close to what we were showing yesterday, maybe a little bit less. Still looks like a pretty good rain event, or perhaps wintry precipitation event. But East Texas will mainly see rain. Farther west, that's where the odds are a little bit higher of seeing some of that sleet and maybe a little bit of a wintry mix. So stay tuned. And temperature forecast here, national blend of models here showing this brief warm up today and tomorrow in the low 60s. And then Sunday we come back down. Showing signs, though, that we may end up going lower than the 50s, especially by Sunday afternoon. I think it's going to be chilly. We'll be down in the 40s, most likely. And then the all-important low temperatures keeping us above freezing, really, in Dallas-Fort Worth until Tuesday night, really. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, we drop down below freezing. So we'll have to watch Wednesday morning, also Thursday morning, if there's precip left over and hanging around. We may be dealing with perhaps a little rain snow mix, or perhaps some freezing rain or some sleet, or maybe all the above. So we'll be watching that time frame. So at the earliest, I would say, as far as the earliest of seeing any sleet, I think that would be maybe Monday night into Tuesday. And again, to me, it looks more like rain for Dallas-Fort Worth. But at the earliest, I think that would be the earliest opportunity. So stay tuned. Check back. We'll follow it closely. If you're getting out of town this Friday, heading north, there's going to be some snow up around the Great Lakes and in the northern Rockies. And into the weekend, that snow will be flying. Chicago could see some for sure. And also the northern Rockies. Around here, a brief chance of rain on Saturday. A little better opportunity if you're farther to the east. The cold air, it's looming up north. The Arctic invasion, yeah, it's going to come in here. Let's fast forward this. You see highs below zero by Sunday and Monday up through the Dakotas. And here's what I'm talking about. Monday, Amarillo's high in the 20s. And this is an example of that Arctic air. And once it moves in, it's going to be hard to overcome. The question is just how far south is it going to move? And you can see we're going to hold steady, probably in the low 40s, upper 30s by Tuesday, and you can see the dividing line there. So that's where all the excitement will be, and that'll be, the real challenge with this forecast. So what the heck? Let's play this out a little bit farther here. And Wednesday shows an improvement for, notice Amarillo bounced up to 43. So we'll just have to see how long the cold air wants to stick around and just how deep it moves in. So here we go for today and beyond, the 10-day forecast. Hope you're enjoying your Friday. It's sunny out there today, a little bit cool, a little chilly for the time being, but we'll make 61. Should see clouds tomorrow with that rain chance mainly to the east of Dallas-Fort Worth, 63 for Saturday, and it looks cloudy. A lot of football coming up. Well, not a lot. There's only 2 games for Sunday, the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship, and I know I'll be rooting for the Chiefs. come Sunday evening. And Sunday looks chilly. We'll be down to 51. That's the high. But I think by Sunday afternoon, temperatures will be dropping into the 40s. And then there you go, looking at some rain chances next week. Monday, 30%, high 46. Tuesday, looking at a 60% chance of rain, but there could be some sleet to the west. So rest assured, we'll stay on top of it. We'll keep a close eye on things. Wednesday, to me, it looks more like a cold rain. But the cold air will be nearby, so we're going to certainly follow it closely. And then maybe some leftover wintry precipitation for Thursday. Just looking at some of the comments here on the Facebook feed. And, I see quite a few of you watching. And looks like, Kimberly talking about a car wash. You might be okay today, but... as you see in the next few days, we've got rain in the forecast. So that's going to wrap it up here for a Friday. Thanks for dropping by. Make sure to like my page so that you'll be notified next time I do a live stream, and you'll get in on the action. All right, make it a great day, everybody. Enjoy your Friday and enjoy the weekend. Make sure you check back throughout the weekend. We'll have those updates. We'll keep the web page fresh as well, so you can see all the changes as they unfold. Take care.